The movie begins with President Ross asking about his daughter Betty, but she refuses to see him. Despite this, Ross gives a hopeful speech about unity and overcoming past chaos. The crowd cheers as he's officially elected president. 5 months later in Oaxaca, Mexico, Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Torres are on a secret mission approved by Ross to stop an illegal deal. Sam fights the criminals and goes after the package, but things escalate when a villain called Serpent Leader appears. He threatens a priest and nuns, demanding information on the buyer. When the priest refuses, the Serpent Leader orders their deaths, but is distracted by a possible threat and leaves with the package. Captain America later fights at the buyer's meeting spot, rescues the priest and nuns, and defeats another strong enemy. Torres retrieves the stolen package. Meanwhile, Ross visits a grave and is informed that the mission succeeded. The team learns the buyer betrayed Serpent Leader and secretly sent the container to Japan for $50 million. Later, Sam trains with Isaiah Bradley, who pushes him hard and questions his loyalty to Ross. Sam assures him he's not blindly following orders. That night, Sam, Torres, and Isaiah attend a White House event. After arriving, Sam meets privately with Ross, who thanks him and asks him to help rebuild the Avengers. Sam points out that Ross broke the team, but Ross believes in their importance and asks Sam to consider it. President Ross introduces Sam to the Prime Minister of Japan, and they take a photo together. Ross then begins a speech about a recovered container that held a rare, powerful metal stronger than vibranium. He credits Captain America and Torres for the recovery, and the crowd applauds. Suddenly, Isaiah Bradley starts shooting at the president, causing chaos. Captain America tries to stop him, but Isaiah escapes through a window. Sam chases him and convinces Isaiah to surrender peacefully. Outside, police have arrived. Sam then goes to President Ross, who asks everyone to leave except Ruth. Sam defends Isaiah, suggesting he might have been controlled, but Ross disagrees, believing Isaiah acted on his own. Ross denies Sam's request for an investigation and gives Ruth full control. Later, Sam visits Isaiah to find out what really happened. Isaiah says he would never shoot the president and does not remember doing it. He says everything was normal until suddenly he found himself sitting in a park with no memory of how he got there or what happened. Sam believes Isaiah is telling the truth. Later that day, Sam and Torres start their own secret investigation. They discover that Isaiah might have been controlled through sounds, maybe hidden signals in music. But it looks like Ruth already knows about this too. Sam then tells Torres to look into Ruth, who is the president's security advisor. Right after the call, Sam is attacked by the Serpent Leader. After a gunfight, the villain thinks he has killed Captain America, but Sam survives. They fight, and even though the Serpent stabs Sam, Sam manages to beat him down and knocks him out. Then, Sam gets a call from an unknown number. The person on the line tells him, "Well done," but warns him that something worse is coming. Meanwhile, President Ross and other world leaders continue talks about a new peace treaty. But things get tense. Some leaders say they cannot trust Ross's leadership because he cannot even control what's happening in his own country. They also point out that the Japanese Prime Minister, who is an important part of the deal, is now missing. At the same time, Torres gives Sam more info about Ruth. He found out that Ruth was born in Israel and trained in the Red Room, which means she is also a Black Widow. Sam tells Torres to get ready because they are going on a mission together. Meanwhile, Ruth is on her way to visit Isaiah, but suddenly, the same agent who had let Sam in earlier quietly takes out some of the guards inside the prison. Without saying anything, he turns the gun on himself and pulls the trigger, while a strange song keeps playing on his radio, repeating over and over. At the same time, Sam and Torres hear about the attack on Isaiah. But Sam says they need to keep going with their mission if they really want to help him. And because the buyer they are after is clever and dangerous. Meanwhile, the president gets a call from the buyer, who threatens him. He tells Ross that once he's done with him, the world will see who Ross really is. And everyone will hate him even more. Back to Ruth. Just as she plans to move Isaiah to a safer place, because his security is now broken, she gets a call from the president telling her to come meet him. Meanwhile, Sam and Torres arrive at their destination and quickly run into the building. They only have 30 seconds to get inside before being spotted. Luckily, they manage to break in, but when they check the place, they do not find any prisoners. Instead, they find a lab. Sam is confused and wonders why there is a lab inside a prison. Soon, they discover a list with photos of different people, including Isaiah, along with some secret documents. Back in Japan, President Ross finally meets the Prime Minister. Ross tries to convince him that sharing adamantium, the special metal with the world, is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. But the Prime Minister is unsure, because he's heard troubling news. He believes Ross secretly planned to steal the metal from the container. Back to Sam. As he watches a video that includes a strange sound meant to control people's minds, the mystery buyer steps out of the shadows. He quickly admits that he was the one who hired the serpent leader to steal the container. But his real goal was to kill Ross. He wants revenge. He explains that Ross threw him in prison without a trial. Then, after a radiation accident that changed his brain, the government used him in secret for 16 years. Ross took advantage of this and used the man to rise to power. Things get worse when the buyer tells Sam to let him finish his mission. Sam tries to stop him, but the buyer activates a loud, high-pitched sound that weakens and stuns Sam. Just then, guards arrive, and a big fight starts. After a long and intense battle, Sam and Torres manage to break free and escape. But on their way out, they run into more guards. Luckily, Ruth shows up and knocks them out, helping the boys get away. However, as soon as they step outside, they are arrested. The officers tell them this is a direct order from the president himself. As they are being taken away, the same mind-controlling music from earlier starts playing again, quickly. Sam and his teammates run for their lives while being shot at. Meanwhile, things are getting worse for the president because nothing is going the way he planned when it comes to controlling the special metal, alum. The president gives a strict order that could start a war, but his assistant warns him about the danger of this decision. Sam, Ruth, and Torres escape to a safe place so they can continue their investigation. After gathering some more clues, Sam goes to talk to the serpent leader. The serpent leader tells him that his old team found Stearns years ago. Because of Stearns' condition, they gave him a special medicine to help keep his mind stable. But Ross gave him a stronger dose on purpose, to control him and use him as a tool to gain power. Ross promised that once he became president, he would set Stearns free, but he lied. Ross also gave the serpent leader secret money to keep helping him. In the end, Stearns escaped, and now he wants revenge. Sam goes straight to the president and tells him that Stearns is behind everything. He is the one secretly controlling people and trying to start a war between the US and Japan using mind control. Surprisingly, we learn that Stearns also has access to the president's private data. But then, Ross explains that the data was not for control. It was about his health. Stearns had been helping him stay alive using rare pills. Ross says he wanted to live long enough for his daughter Betty to see that he had changed and become a better man. While they are talking, Ross gets an emergency alert and quickly sends Sam and his team to stop a Japanese jet. Sam tries to warn them not to attack and to avoid war, but it's too late. The jets seem to be under mind control. A serious air battle begins. At the same time, Ross struggles with heart problems while Stearns continues to threaten him. Back in the sky, Sam manages to stop all the missiles aimed at the president's ship, but one missile hits Torres badly. He falls into the ocean, unconscious. Captain America is able to stop the war between Japan and the US over Celestial Island. Meanwhile, Ross's assistant finds him very sick, but brings him some good news. Torres is rushed into emergency surgery. His condition is very serious. Later, Bucky Barnes comes to see Sam. They hug and talk. Sam tells Bucky that Ross wants him to rebuild the Avengers. As Sam leaves, Ruth sees Bucky and seems to like him. She talks to Sam about it, and Sam jokes that Bucky is 110 years old. Ruth laughs and says, "I can work with that." Soon, it's revealed that the pills Stearns gave Ross contain gamma radiation. Ross's body absorbs it very quickly, which means he always needs more. Stearns begins his final evil plan by using his tech to stop Ross's heart, killing one of his men. Ross calls his daughter Betty, and luckily she answers. She apologizes for not calling after the attack at the White House. Ross tells her he is okay, and also says sorry for everything he's done. They agree to meet soon. Stearns later meets with Sam and accuses him of ruining his plan in the Indian Ocean. Sam tells him that it was not about starting a war. Stearns just wanted to destroy Ross's reputation. Stearns says Ross turned him into a monster, so he wants to do the same to Ross. But just then, the police arrive and arrest Stearns. While Ross is giving a public interview about the Indian Ocean and the US involvement, he suddenly hears Stearns' voice from the speakers. Then Ross begins to change. He transforms into a huge red beast, similar to the Red Hulk, shocking everyone. Ross looks at his reflection and does not even recognize himself. He completely loses control. Captain America arrived, and a fierce fight with Red Hulk began. Red Hulk caused huge destruction, even damaging the White House. The military failed to stop him, and sedation did not work. A chase followed as Red Hulk hunted Sam. Sam took Ross to a place he once loved with Betty, hoping to calm him, but it only made Ross angrier. He badly beat Sam, tore off his wings, and nearly killed him. Sam escaped and used his wing to hit Red Hulk, but he got up again. Sam then talked to Ross, reminding him of his promise to change and be better for Betty. This worked, and Ross turned back to normal and was taken for treatment. Sam freed Isaiah, proving his innocence. Weeks later, Sam visited Ross in a secure location. They discussed how Stearns' pills affected him, and Ross revealed he gave up the presidency. Sam brought Betty to visit, deeply touching Ross. Later, Sam visited a recovering Torres. The movie ends with peace, slowly returning. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. Thank you for watching.